Hey everyone, I'm Ezra Soriano.
And I'm Karla Torres. In the first week of class, Ezra and I found out that around 75% of people have mobile phones worldwide, and that certain populations use them differently.
In the second week, we learned that having multidisciplinary teams for implementing technology is a must. This week, in reading three different articles, we learned about the roles that both governments and politics have in incorporating information technology in countries. To begin with, the first article we read on cell phones in South Africa reiterated the fact that mobile phone technology does have the potential to improve service and delivery. Despite the fact that an overwhelming 93% of South Africans have a connection to a mobile phone line, the government's efforts to scale mobile health through through technology have failed for three main reasons. In terms of leadership, South African diplomats have often not developed policy guidelines that align with strategic health goals. Rather, they have focused too exclusively on the economy, and this author specifically argues that South African officials fail to fully collaborate between sectors to most effectively implement these new technologies. The next problem with South Africa's government plan for mobile health is its organization. Many South Africa's pilot tests for mobile health have lacked support, monitoring, and full evaluations. In just a few weeks in this quarter and in the last two quarters, we learned that these are some of the most important elements to any intervention. Mobile health in South Africa can to an extent be called a failure because current small scale interventions cannot be integrated into the broader health system. This problem boils down to finances and politics. If more representatives campaign and raise more money for mobile health, the government can refocus its technological health related goals. Overall, the lack of high-level strategic policy and financial support from the government is a key reason for the absence of an otherwise effective health element, mobile health.
The next article we read, titled IT Innovation Adoption in the Government Sector, identified the critical success factors, explained what processes and actions governments go through to adopt new technologies. The act of simply developing new technologies is only the foremost responsibility of the government. Rather, governments must make sure that the right people are receiving those technologies and have access to them. For example, governments are using IT tools such as the government information systems and relationship management because these are some of the most essential technologies for daily lives. Governments additionally interact with citizens and with private sectors, nonprofit, and other government organizations to ensure they are doing the best possible jobs they can be. ITs help with the government's administrative, financial, and management sectors. In a way, this is like a check and balances. Lastly, we read a blog titled Money, Politics, and Healthcare, a Disease Creation Economy, which talked about how money rules politics and technology adopted in the healthcare organizations. The head of Walgreens Take Care Clinic was impressed with focusing on education as a service. However, when the program was going to be implementing to help reduce prescription medicine by half, they wanted no part in it, even if it was the right thing to do. Another example was the head of the health information technology from Partners Healthcare rejecting to connect two hospitals' data line. With the new implementation, 15% in lab costs would have been reduced. This shows how our nation's health and economy are going in a downward spiral. For many, it is hard for us to see how politics affects the work employed towards our health. And hopefully these two examples help us see how some people's health are being threatened and harmed due to money issues. That is all for this week. Thank you and have a great week.